So 3 space.
No.
And now for our feature presentation.
Okay, everybody, here's my third game of the 1998 PC version of Jeopardy, in which so far in only 2 games I have won $133,000. That's right, $133,000 in 2 games, because if you saw my previous game, I won $100,000. That's right, Marty. Yoshi! Time for the Jeopardy! I love it. Your father loves it. Your Aunt Nana watches it every night in the VCR.
Hi, folks. I'm Johnny Gilbert. Normal game. Okay, so how many people are out there? We'll make sure you have some good competition. Player 1, what's your name?
Player 1 has the space bar.
Yoshi!
All right, let's go.
From the Sony Pictures Studio, this is Jeopardy!
And now, Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Hi, and welcome again to our game.
Let's do this.
Is Bet you can't wait to see the first round categories. So here they are. Women's landmarks, politicians, games, song lyrics, the 1820s, and to complete the board, recent bestsellers.
Alright. This looks challenging, but I'll do what I can.
Let's begin, player 1.
The 1820s 100.
In 1825, John Nash turned a London house into this palace and current royal residence.
Player 1.
What is Buckingham Palace?
Yes.
The 1820s for 200.
All right, player 1.
When Hans Christian Ørsted announced he had isolated this metal, people may have told him to can it.
What is aluminum?
Correct.
The 1820s 300.
In 1829, Romania broke away from this empire.
What is the Ottoman?
Yes.
1820s 400.
After voting to separate from Massachusetts, it became a state in 1820 under the Missouri Compromise.
What is Maine?
Player 1. Yes.
The 1820s 500.
Antonio José de Sucre became the first president of this new country in 1826.
What is Bolivia?
Correct.
Games for 100.
This is a game of guessing words or phrases acted out, sometimes syllable by syllable.
What is charades?
That's correct.
Games for
Player
200.
1, it's your turn.
Of bocce, bagatelle, and baccarat, the one that doesn't use balls.
Player 1.
What is Baccarat?
That's correct.
Games for 300.
It's the number of dice you toss on your first roll in Yahtzee.
What is 6?
Player 1. No.
Oh, it's 1 lower. I haven't played Yahtzee in a while.
What is 5?
5.
Why, yes.
On July 15, 1976, Jimmy Carter selected this senator as his vice presidential running mate.
Player 1.
Who is Walter Mondale?
A Exactly.
Politicians, 200.
Beginning in 1975, this Democrat served as Massachusetts governor for 12 years.
Who is Michael Dukakis? There.
You are correct.
Politicians, 300.
Former Speaker of the House Thomas Foley represented this state in Congress for 30 years.
Player 1.
What is Washington?
Yes.
Politicians, 400.
Okay, contestant 1.
In 1958, he became the first Democrat elected by popular vote to the U.S. Senate from Maine.
Oh, who is that one guy who's never been in my kitchen?
Anyone?
I have no idea. Edmund S. Muskie. Oh, okay. Politicians, 500.
Player 1, it's your turn.
In 1948, Thomas Dewey commissioned this California governor as his vice presidential running mate.
Player
Who
1.
is Earl Warren?
Correct.
Games for 400.
In this game, a person whose eyes are covered must determine a person's identity by feeling the face.
Player 1.
What is Blind Man's Bluff?
Good guess.
Poop.
No. Player 2.
What is blind man's bluff?
Oh, it's it's 3 separate words, not 2.
Tiptoe to the window, by the window, that is where I'll be. Come tiptoe through these with me.
What are the tulips?
Correct.
Song lyrics for 200.
Isn't it rich? Are we a pair? Me here at last on the ground, you in midair. Send in these.
What are the clowns?
That's correct.
Song lyrics for 300.
The girl of his dreams called herself Lil, but everyone knew her as Nancy.
Player 1.
Who is Rocky Raccoon?
Correct.
Song lyrics 400.
Player 1.
This 1966 hit by the Mamas and the Papas begins, all the leaves are brown and the sky is gray.
What is California Dreaming?
Player 1. Yes.
Song lyrics 500.
I'm in the mood for this, simply because you're near me.
What is love?
Player 1. Yes, indeed.
Games for 500.
The winner of a game of war winds up with this many cards.
What is 52?
That's correct.
Recent bestsellers 100.
John Feinstein called his 1995 bestseller about this sport, A Good Walk Spoiled.
What is golf? Recent bestsellers 200.
Morning, Noon, and Night was a 1995 bestseller by this author of The Other Side of Midnight.
Player 3.
Who is Sidney Sheldon?
You are correct. Okay, player 3.
Queen Liliuokalani was once the organist at the Kauai Hau Church in this state capital.
What is
Player
Honolulu?
1. Correct.
Women's landmarks 200.
The birthplace of this founder of the American Red Cross is now a museum in North Oxford, Massachusetts.
Player
Who
1.
is Clara Barton?
Correct.
Women's landmarks 300.
Answer.
Daily double.
Player 1.
I'm gonna bet the farm.
A church in Grafton, West Virginia, is the international shrine of this holiday, first observed May 10, 1908.
What is Mother's Day? Booyah! Women's landmarks 400.
A life-size statue of this heroine of the Battle of Monmouth marks her grave in Carlisle, Pennsylvania.
Player 3.
Who is Betsy Ross?
Oh, I'm
You
sorry.
fail.
Player 2.
Who is Molly Pitcher?
Yes.
He dedicated his bestseller, The Rainmaker, to American trial lawyers.
Who is John Grisham?
To be sure.
Recent bestsellers 400.
Player 1, it's your turn.
Frank McCourt put his mother's name in the title of this best-selling memoir about growing up in Ireland.
What is Angela's Ashes? There.
Yes.
Recent bestsellers 500.
When featured on Oprah, her 1977 novel Song of Solomon returned to the bestseller list in 1996.
Who is Toni Morrison? Yashi!
You are correct.
Last clue.
A building named for this black abolitionist stands on the site of her famous 1851 speech in Accra.
Player 1.
Who is Harriet? Was it Harriet Tubman? Come on. Who's Harriet Tubman?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's
Ah,
wrong.
poop.
Player 2.
Who is Sojourner Truth?
Correct.
Sojourner Truth. So I finished the Jeopardy round with
Well, that brings us to the
9,900.
end
That's
of
not
the
bad.
first round.
That's not too bad.
Player 1, you're putting on quite a show.
Oh yeah.
Let's move on to Double Jeopardy.
Double Jeopardy round coming up.
Let's get to the categories for theater, law, all wet, 1899, magazines, and the final category is J in quotation marks.
Here we go.
Player 3, it's your turn.
Dried meat in strips.
What is
Player 1.
jerky?
Yes, indeed.
J food file for 400.
This hot pepper is named for the capital of Veracruz, Mexico.
What is the jalapeno?
Right you are.
J food file 600.
It's a long, plump Spanish almond.
What is the Jordan almond?
That's correct.
J food file for 800, please.
These tiny fruit-flavored candies once may have contained the juice of the fruit in their name.
What are jujubes?
Player 1. That's correct.
J food file for 1,000.
Player 1, you choose.
This mild Swiss-style cheese comes from Norway.
Player 3.
What is Jarlsberg?
Jarlsberg, yep.
That's right.
This gangster, nicknamed Scarface Al, was born January 17, 1899.
Who is Al Capone?
That's correct.
1899 for 400.
This country became a British protectorate in 1899, 91 years before its occupation by Iraq.
Oh, I think I know, but I'm not sure.
Player 2.
Nope.
What is Qatar?
Wrong.
Regrettably, no.
I'll try it. What is Kuwait?
Yes, indeed.
It is Kuwait. 1899 600.
Acetylsalicylic acid, better known as this, was introduced into widespread medical use.
What is aspirin?
You are correct.
1899 800.
In 1899, August Strindberg moved from Lund to this capital city.
Player 2. What is Stockholm? Correct. Player 2.
This British river flows through the bard's birthplace.
Player 1.
What is the Thames?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's wrong.
Ah, darn it.
Player 2. What is the Avon?
Avon.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Red Sea is an arm of this ocean.
The Red
What?
Sea is the arm of this ocean. What is the Indian Ocean?
Correct.
All wet 600?
The answer is
Video Daily Double.
Daily Double. Player 1, please make your wager.
Take a bit of a chance on this. 11,700.
The Chagres River supplies some of the water that operates this canal's locks.
Here's your clue. Take a look.
That has got to be the Panama Canal. So that's what I'm going with.
Yes.
Booyah! All wet 800.
In 1862, David Farragut ordered his fleet up this river.
What is the River of Corey Lawrence? Obviously not. Just kidding.
Here is the correct
The
response.
Mississippi River. All wet for 1,000.
What'll it be, player one?
The ancient Roman colonia Claudia Aura Agrippina Nisan, now Cologne, Germany, is on this river.
I have it between two of them, but I'm not buzzing in. Because I like my $25,000.
Here is the correct
It's the Rhine River, and that was one of my guesses, but that's okay.
It's your turn, player
1899,000.
one. It's your turn, player one.
This American territory, whose capital is Pango Pango, was created by an 1899 treaty.
What is American Samoa?
Yes.
Law for 200.
Probate is the legal procedure by which one of these documents is proven valid or invalid.
What is a will?
Correct.
Law for 400.
All right, player one.
It's defined as one who could testify regarding what he has seen.
What is an eyewitness?
Correct.
Law for 600.
This word can mean to terminate a right or to quench a flame.
What is extinguish?
Player one. You are correct.
Law for 800.
The Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act is better known by this acronym.
What is RICOA?
Player one. Correct.
Law for 1,000.
In many U.S. jurisdictions, the Monotone Rule is the test applied for this type of defense.
What is the defense of Michael Batten Spanx underwear?
Player two.
Nope.
What is involuntary homicide?
Wrong.
Good guess, but that's incorrect, unfortunately. Here is the correct response.
The insanity defense. Magazines 200.
Player one, it's your turn.
A 1927 issue of this magazine featured the first undersea photographs in natural color.
Player one.
What is National Geographic?
Yes.
Magazines 400.
In 1994, Dell magazine launched a Western magazine named for this author.
Who is Louis L'Amour?
Player one.
There.
Yes.
Magazine 600.
Okay, contestant one.
Regular features of this magazine include Star Treks, Chatter, and Picks and Pans.
What is
Player
People?
Correct.
Magazines for 800. Daily Double.
Please make me wait.
I'm betting the farm.
The first Polish edition of this pocket-sized monthly magazine went on sale in May 1995.
First Polish edition of this pocket-sized monthly magazine. It's not Vanity Fair. Let me think about that. Oh, Reader's Digest.
All right, let's go.
What is... Dang it, I can't type. Reader's Digest.
That's
Show
it.
me the money, baby.
Condé Nast revived it in 1983. This arts and culture magazine was defunct for nearly 50 years.
What is Vanity Fair?
Player one.
Come on. There.
Why, yes.
Theater for 200.
Andrew Lloyd Webber's first musical tells of this biblical hero and his amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Who is
Player one.
Joseph?
Correct.
400.
Herschel Bernardi played this title Greek in a musical based on a Nikos Kazantzakis novel.
Player one.
Who is Zorba?
You are correct.
600.
Okay, contestant one.
James Earl Jones starred on The Great White Way in this drama set in the world of boxing.
What is the Great White Hope?
Yes.
Theater 800.
Tennessee Williams turned his unproduced screenplay, The Gentleman Caller, into this play.
What is the Glass Menagerie?
Player one. That's right.
Last clue.
Each act of this Beckett play ends with one of the two tramps saying, "Yes, let's go." But they never move.
What is Waiting for Godot?
Player one.
Yashi!
Correct.
And a runaway game.
That takes us to the end of this round.
Right. $62,400.
This is a no-brainer, unless someone pulls a Claven.
Which I absolutely don't plan to do, is pull a Claven.
Here's the category for
Final Jeopardy category?
The planets.
Ooh! Planets. So let's see. I just need 117,000, so I'm gonna bet $54,600. I'm gonna take a chance.
Here's the final Jeopardy answer.
It was the last of the 9 planets discovered. It's not a planet anymore. What is Pluto?
Your question, player.
Neptune?
Is in.
Wrong!
What was your wager?
You lose it all!
Sometimes you get a tough one. Player 3, let's take a look at your question.
You also said Neptune. You're wrong!
Sometimes you get a tough one.
I picked Pluto, even though it's not a planet anymore.
Your question, player 1.
Yep.
Very good. Now, what was your wager?
56,600.
Now you're
Or
showing.
54,600, excuse me. Bringing me to $117,000.
Thanks for playing Jeopardy. Had a good time. So long, everybody. Congratulations on becoming one of our all-time highest-scoring champions.
And in only 3 games, I've won $250,000. $250,000. Yay!
Our next game of Jeopardy.
$250,000 in 3 games. Yay! And a 4th game is definitely coming soon. Who knows? Before I know it, I might make it to $1 million. That would be something, wouldn't it? See y'all for our next video.